And welcome to another episode of NeverImage Radio Podcast. I'm Chris Dinardo.
Pat Bruno.
All right, so this week we're going to be discussing a little bit about the music business and the film business and everything that we do here at NeverImage and things of that nature. So I guess my question to you, and this is a question I've had for a while. Do you think it was easier for a band to put something together and make a career out of it in the late 70s, early 80s, 90s, or today?
Well, obvious today would be easier.
Really? You think so? A lot of people would say it's not.
Oh, well, back in the day, you needed a record company really, or label or something to really make it. Today, you can do it on your own, basically, if you can. You know, I mean, to look at everybody today on YouTube. Everybody's a rock star on YouTube. Even though they might not be making money, but, you know, people have million views on songs and stuff that somebody can put out there themselves. So I think it'd be easier today, you know, to be an actual artist and putting your music out with Spotify and all the other means of music. How
do you feel as a musician? Like when you got a song in your head and you go to the studio and you get it done and you put it out, like do you think differently today than you did back in the day, say if you did it when you were younger?
Well, back in the day, everybody wanted that, the record contract. Everybody wanted to get signed, we're going to get signed, Everybody always said that, we're just on we're going to get signed soon, That's how everybody talked about back when I was the heyday, I guess. So everybody, that's the difference, really.
I was lucky to play in a band called Down Neck, and
great band.
The reason why I love playing with those guys was because, look at you drinking the water off mic, trying not to get it into the audio. It's all right, But playing music with those guys was great because they didn't care about getting signed.
No.
You
guys were having fun.
It was a blast, and we did get record contracts, but we knew then that it was not the move to make. It wasn't a good deal.
It was always on their terms.
Well,
you know how that works.
And you had to work it, and you didn't have the guarantee of the push from the label because there's one thing about getting signed back then and getting the push.
Yep.
Because if you got the push, that means they're putting their money and resources behind you.
Yeah. Which you got to pay all back.
Right. But if you were making them, millions of dollars, it was easy to pay back $250,000.
Right.
If you're not getting the push and you're just slugging it out in the clubs, you're never going to...
Well, a lot of bands back in the day, they took the money because sometimes they got fronted that money.
Oh, they always did.
Yeah, so, it was just easy for them to put a record out and they got paid whatever they got paid for, Regardless if they sold 1 million or didn't sell whatever, they still got paid for that little amount of money they got. But there was a lot of shitty bands back then.
Yeah, but here's the deal. Getting signed back in the day was never... it wasn't the be-all, end-all. There's so much more that goes into it. And being in the business now and knowing that, it's just... You don't need a record company nowadays.
Not today.
At all.
Anybody could be a rock star today.
The only thing you would need another company if they're like, listen, we love the band, we love the songs, let's go into business together. We'll handle your promotion.
Right.
You guys do all the stuff.
Sure.
And we'll take a percentage of that, but you guys get the most.
Yeah.
But then there's things within the band. Like, who's the producer? Who... Are you publishing it? Are you getting a publisher? Do you own your masters?
Yep.
Do you own the rights to the songs?
Yeah. A lot of people don't get into all that stuff neither.
You know, if I produce you and I say, Pat, come to our studio, I'm going to record your song, and you record it and you put it out on Spotify, and I don't care what the hell you do with it, but I retain the licensing rights and I retain the publishing.
Mm-hmm.
You still own the song to do what you want on YouTube or whatever.
Right.
Who do you think's going to make more money?
Well, hopefully me, but...
No. You make more money through publishing and the rights to license it. So that's why when you put out music, you have to become the publisher.
Right.
Even if you enter in a co-publishing agreement with somebody where they're like, listen, as a publisher, I can get your song in the next Marvel movie. I can get you on this, and this video game.
Right.
I can get you into these commercials. You know, I could do that.
Right.
It's worth it for you to go into a publishing agreement with that person so they could, you know, they're getting you in the door. So, you know what? Okay, you have incentive to get my music through that door. You know, so let's split the publishing.
Right.
Most of the times they want the whole publishing. But the thing is, as an artist,
fair, you know.
As an artist, you got to own your own publishing.
Right.
You got to own your master recordings. And if you are in a deal with a record label, make sure you know that you're getting most of the money. Now, listen, if a record company pays for your recording, does all your recording, produces your records, does all your promotion, like does all your design, all your merch, sets up all your infrastructure.
Right. That's a fair deal.
You know, so then they're doing something for you. They're working for you. But you could do that yourself. You could research it all and you could do it yourself. And
people do. There's people do.
I mean, look at our company. That's all I do. You know, we handle the merch. We have the publishing, you know, licensing, all that stuff.
You cut the middleman right out.
Yeah.
Do it yourself. You don't need, if you have the means to do it all, you know, or the smarts, you know. Some people don't care. They just want to rock out and just let somebody else handle all that shit.
But that's dumb.
Yeah.
Because you're never going to make any money.
Nope.
Like, there's so many bands. There's a couple bands out today that are so obsessed with getting signed, and then they get signed. And then...
There's nothing there today.
Yeah, it doesn't make any sense.
People really don't buy music anymore. You know, it's all streaming if you get...
Well, in a sense, that's buying.
In a way, yes. I mean, to tell you the truth, I can't even tell you the last time I actually physically bought, I don't know, what would you call it today, CD or whatever.
An album.
Yeah. I mean, anything, I just go on the internet and just listen to whatever I want to hear, and that's it, you know.
That's what I do. I either go on Spotify or YouTube to hear music.
I'm the same thing. I'm a Spotify. And then a YouTube, if you know, for more of like the live stuff, live acts and stuff. It's different today. You know, everybody's just... Believe it or not, majority of people listen to music on their phone.
Which is horrible.
It is. I mean, I when we grew up, we always had a stereo or something. You know what I'm saying? Now everybody's like, all their music is on their phone. You know, no actual hard copy, no nothing. You know, and it's different. You know? Which is
okay.
No, it's okay. There's nothing wrong. I do it. I mean, that's how today is. I mean, I don't spend nothing at home. I don't pull out my old CDs or my old albums or, you know. Cassettes or anything.
I do with vinyl sometimes, but I hear what you're saying. There's just no need to own physical copy of
there's any really need to pay anything, really.
Well, you are paying every time you listen to it, and you are paying your streaming service. Do you pay for Spotify a month, or you do like Free Jones? You're free?
Yeah, I never had to pay for it since I owned it.
Well, there's a huge difference in sound quality if you pay for it by month, like night and day. Night and day.
I guess. I mean,
so when you think about it, it's like when you bought records back in the day, albums, cassettes, CDs, whatever you did, chances are you were buying what, 1-2 albums a month, at least 3?
It depends when. Yeah, I have more in my teens. Yeah, I was probably buying 2.
Okay.
2, at least 2 a week or something like that.
All right, so that means you're looking at $30.
Okay.
2 a week, you said?
Probably.
Okay, so that's $30 a week.
Yeah.
Instead of paying $9 a month, where you can hear every song that was ever made.
Mm-hmm. No, I'm not against that at all. I love Spotify. I think Spotify is great.
Yeah. I mean, I think they need to do a better job with their band artist label interaction.
Right. Well, really nothing there. You just hit the artist and the songs pop up and that's it.
Yeah, but there should be more interaction between labels, indie labels, and what Spotify's doing. Yeah. I find it as a label owner completely frustrating not to be able to have access to talk to somebody at Spotify. And
you mean a company?
Yeah, like, because they have Spotify for artists, Spotify for business, where you could, like, you know, talk to them and do ads and, you know.
Right.
So they make it too hard to interact if you're a record label, if you own music.
Right.
And I understand that they can't interact with every single person who releases a song, you know, but
thousands of people.
But when you're, you know, an actual business and an actual company that has an artist roster, you should be able to communicate with somebody at their company.
Right.
It shouldn't be like email and then maybe somebody will get back to you. It's completely frustrating to just, you know, send an email and you don't even know if somebody's going to read it or gets back to you. And it's, and also Spotify's getting a little too snooty.
Yeah.
A little too, you know, like in their social media feeds, they're like talking about their employees and what they do and this and that. It's like, who cares?
Yeah,
you're there you're there to make music available, make it available. This isn't about you. So Spotify's starting to get a little too much about them.
Yeah.
So I see that could be an issue.
Anyway, but that's how music is today. What are you gonna do?
Oh,
I mean, I don't mind it, dude. You know, like I miss going out when we were kids. You know, actually having like a vinyl or something, going home, put it on, and you know, put on the record player and hear that crackle. You know,
I mean, you still do that. You could still go to record places and do that. And a lot of bands, what they do, I know Pearl Jam does this for an example. When they come out with a new album,
they put a vinyl out.
They put a vinyl out 2 weeks before it gets released anywhere else.
And probably very limited, like 5,000 copies.
And
that's all they need to do.
You know, but there's so many bands that are still, you know, doing the vinyl and starting to do the vinyl.
Yep.
The thing about vinyl though, it's weird. You have to have an entirely different mix. Like you can't, like we can't mix you for the digital format and then take that mix and press it to a record.
Yeah.
It'll sound horrible.
Sure.
When you mix for vinyl, you have to mix that entirely different, EQ wise, sound wise. Like it's just
even the stuff we bought on vinyl, then we heard it on CD years later. There was a difference. You know what I'm saying? That the vinyl was more like, I don't know, hard to explain. I guess it was a warmer sound.
Well, with vinyl in general, when you mix it correctly, it's perfect.
Right.
There's no better way to listen to music than on vinyl. It's the tones, everything is there.
Right.
But in the digital format, what you do get is clarity. And some bands aren't meant for clarity.
Yeah.
You know,
especially like all the older Zeppelin stuff and stuff like that. Definitely sounds better on vinyl. You know?
Yeah, I'm gonna agree.
Yeah.
There's a lot of stuff that sounds better on vinyl, but it also depends on the mix for it.
Right.
So yeah, that's good with that. And but you do think it's easier today?
I don't know about making money. I know putting yourself out there is easier.
I'm gonna flip that. I think it's easier to make money. I think because now I see.
Well, there's more people actually got. I mean, if you go on YouTube, regardless music or whatever, you can have a guy making a paper airplane and got 1 million views. So that guy making a, you know what I'm saying? They're all over the place. You know what I'm saying? Somebody selling anything or cutting grass, showing you how to cut grass. It's like you got 1.5 million views. I'm being honest, man. You know that.
There's a guy cutting lawn with 1 million views?
Oh, I bet there is if you go look it up.
That's some fucking good cutting. So, but I hear what you're saying, but from a band and music perspective,
right?
All you need is 20,000 fans all over the world.
Sure.
That's it.
$10 a pop. You do pretty good.
Yeah.
Yep.
And so it makes you wonder why the older bands aren't making any money. And why do you think that is?
Because those older bands probably at one time made millions, and today market, you just can't do it. It's just not there to, you know.
That's not true. Now tell me if
Well, if you got a band back in the day that sold 5 million records, today
Right.
they're only selling 50, 60,000 copies in today's world.
and I would say that them now, if they're releasing that and they are selling 50, 60,000 on their own,
Okay.
they're making more money
Then they
than
did
selling
back
5
5
million
copies,
on the,
yeah.
because
agree.
remember back in the day, they only got 6 cents a record. That was it. And
But they made the money in touring and merchandising, really. But
the record companies charged them for the plane,
sure.
charged them for the hotels,
Tour bus,
fruit baskets, staff,
chicks,
management.
drugs.
So yeah, that's what it was. And so they were making a lot of money, but it cost them a lot of money to make a lot of money.
Well, I'm sure a lot of these bands do survive, though. Some of these older bands that don't, sell a lot of records like they used to. I'm sure if you keep it under the 40, 50,000, 60,000 copies, and they got a good, somebody doing it for them, they're probably still making okay money. Like
Okay
Ace
money.
Frehley.
Okay,
Like
good example.
40, 50,000 copies, 60,000. Depends on his deal. He's probably getting a nice cut out of that.
Yeah, but this is what I mean. It's laziness. Ace Frehley does not need a label. He can record the albums in his house. He can
sell it on his website.
He could start Gendel Records,
Sure, and
right?
and make all the money.
Hire one person, pay them, $50,000 a year to run the label,
Even if he sold 20,000 copies just on his own,
and he would make
a lot of
so
money.
much more. But that's my point. People are lazy. No, but a lot of the older guys and girls, to be fair, are lazy.
Yeah.
They don't want to take the role of, responsibility financially. It's all business. But what I think, the initial question, it's easier for a band to become successful nowadays. And it's easier for them if they have the talent. I mean, look at us here, with our label and what we do. We produce, we write, we perform, we play, we publish, we engineer, we promote, we design, we do everything.
Right.
Who the hell's going to come in and do something?
Right.
If somebody's going to come in and produce your record, other than you or me or, you're going to be like, what the hell are you talking about?
Right.
We have a hard enough time producing our stuff with us,
Right.
but it's good. And
It takes a lot of hard work,
telling me about it.
Even setting this stuff up. And what you do, you edit all this stuff, and it's a lot of work. It's not, you don't just sit here with cameras and just do anything. You have to put everything together and make it look good.
You got to have all the infrastructure set up and all the design and all the copyrights, the trademarks, the lawyer things. You really have to do your work. Yeah. But once you do that work, everything becomes easy.
Yeah.
It's like you set up the bank.
Yeah, you got it all taken care of. So whatever you do is already set up. You don't have to worry about, I got to go do this before I do that. You already got it done. So you can do whatever you want.
But do you know how it was hard work setting up all this infrastructure?
Now it's easy for you to do now. So you got the song done. Boom, you can release it tomorrow, next week, 2 weeks from now, whenever you want to. So, you did your work, and it's easy now for you.
And you could decide what to hold back, what you can license.
You can do whatever you want.
Because if you make, I make a lot of music here in the studio. And if I make a song that I like, but doesn't fit any of the projects, I just give it to commercials.
That's it.
I give it to people who need it in a film, and you just put it up, and all of a sudden you're like, oh my God, somebody paid me $4,000 for that.
Right.
I was like,
easy money.
Yeah. But when you have the infrastructure set up,
very easy
to do that, and the talent,
No, I see. I watch you work, man. I know. And a lot of people might not know, but I see all the work you put in, and it's, it pays off when you got everything done right. You keep telling me about stuff that I never knew about, publishing and all that stuff, how important it is. And now I understand it. Back in the day, a lot of those bands don't even own their own music. Mm-hmm. It's crazy that you wrote a song, it's a hit song, and you don't even own it. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? It's like
people are going through that today.
They may be able to play it when they want to, or but other people are getting paid off your own song that you wrote. I
mean, think about that. I mean, that's why I to this day think that ACDC is the smartest band in the world.
What is that?
They own everything.
Right.
How many times a day do you think an ACDC song's getting played throughout the world? And we're talking radio, TV, internet, everywhere.
In a day?
Yeah.
I can't even put a number on it. Was it hundreds of thousands, maybe?
Okay, so hundreds of thousands.
I don't even know. I'm just making that up.
Well, how many times have you heard an ACDC song in a commercial?
I don't know. I might hear ACDC song maybe 2 or 3 times a day.
Yeah, that's what I mean. It's like, so think about that. Right. Multiply that by every town in the world.
No, it's ridiculous. They don't have to do a thing in their life again, dude. They could just sit there and just collect royalties.
And then when they go out, Angus is going to be 70 years old?
Yeah. Is he that old already?
I think so. I mean, they started maybe.
Yeah, they did. They started late 70s, right?
No, early 70s. 74 they started.
Not far back they went.
Yeah.
They were actually released albums.
Yeah, Jailbreak 74.
Was that 74?
Yeah.
What was I thinking?
Dirty Deeds is 76.
Yeah, you're right. No, I was thinking late 70s for. You're right. I got my years all fucked up.
But what I'm saying is like, I think about every time a band covers them, they get paid.
Sure.
So.
Well, ACDC, dude, one of the greatest rock bands ever. That's one band I never heard anybody talk negative about, ACDC. I heard people badmouth Beatles and Zeppelin, but when it comes to ACDC, I never heard a person say, I don't like ACDC or badmouth them at all. You can't. And they're just that type of band. You cannot say nothing bad about them. They're just straight up rock right in your face, just old school style.
And they're good guys. You never hear anybody in the industry. They're always thankful. Never. They're, Angus is like.
And they were never about being on the cover of the magazine. Like, you don't care about that shit.
And you play guitar. And you've played guitar live. You play guitar, performed. People don't understand how hard it is to do what Angus does on stage.
I mean, just moving around like that?
Just nonstop.
Yeah. My girlfriend was watching a video the other day with him at his older age. I think it was with Axl Rose, one of the last.
Which was awesome.
It was. She was just watching him, and she couldn't believe it because, at his age, he didn't stop. Like 3 or 4 songs, just kept going with the head and his leg and just going from one side of the stage to the other. It was funny, actually. Like, this guy keep going like that.
People don't realize how, much in shape you have to be.
Dude, just under the lights. If people don't understand, you haven't been on stage.
Lights are brutal.
It is. You start to sweat. It felt like, it's hard.
It is.
Especially moving around like that and jumping around, whatever.
And I never played on a stage that big.
No.
Yeah, I played on a couple of big stages, but nothing like that. Like stadium. I can't even go from one side of the stage to the other, make my vocal cue, and be ready to sing harmonies.
Right.
Because it's not easy.
It takes some of those people like David Lee Roth, and people actually run from one side of the stage all day to the other and keep singing, and that's a workout, especially if you do it 3-4 nights a week.
Yeah,
you got to be in shape.
Absolutely. So that's good. So yeah, I do think it's easier today, but you gotta work hard. You can't be afraid of research. You could learn how to do anything.
Right.
And you set it all up, and you got to have good songs. You got to know what you're doing. No one's saying produce like
Dude,
garbage.
If you write good songs, anybody will listen to it. If it's that type of music that you're into, and it's a good tune, it's good.
Songwriting's everything.
It is.
You got to listen to good stuff. You gotta be open to changing.
Yeah. Because
majority of the people that are musicians are only good at mimicking their heroes.
Right.
Like, they make a song, it sounds like a Metallica song.
Yeah,
and then they got
into it.
Their whole album is that same Metallica song.
What do you think as you're getting older? Do you find it harder to find newer acts? I mean, it wasn't like we were kids. Forget about it. We liked everything that came out. I mean, but today it's like I do find a few here and there, and I turned you onto a few. And
you're great at it. You are amazing.
It's kind of hard.
You're
to find.
amazing at what you find.
Right.
And my favorite bands over the past, like newer bands that I found were courtesy of you. And it's not because I'm not looking. I'm just not impressed.
Right.
And I'm not one of those people like, oh, back in the day it was better. Blah, blah, blah.
I'm gonna shout out to Turbo Wolf.
Oh my God. And Bandmade.
It's hard to find. Anyway, I guess every generation gets like that because there's guys I talk from the 60s don't like what we liked when we grew up or same way we did, It just, I guess.
I like music in every generation.
Oh, I do too.
There's not one era that
If it's a good song, I don't give a shit. It's from yesterday or 50 years ago. Right. It's a good song. I'm not going to say a song today ain't good because if it's good, it's good.
Right.
You got to, I listen to music like that. If I hear the good hook, the singer's on point, the band's playing well, it's a good song.
What do you think of streaming movies and streaming music?
I got nothing against it. I think if that's the way today is going, don't mind it.
If you were to make a movie, are you happier to be a movie maker nowadays than you were maybe in the 70s?
Well, I just like the music question.
Exactly.
Yeah, so I guess it works the same way almost, I mean, either way you could get, you put a product out and people could still see it for nothing. You know what I'm saying? So it can work both ways.
But as a filmmaker, right? Say you put your movie out on YouTube.
Right.
And it gets so many views.
Right.
Okay, you don't break the bank with it, right?
Right, but at least people watched it.
Right, it's a decent movie, right?
Yeah.
You can then go to Netflix and say, listen, I got these other 2 films. This is what I did on YouTube.
Exactly. You got yourself a nice deal.
Are you interested in that?
Yeah.
Netflix says, we'll get back to you. You can go to Hulu.
Yeah.
You can go to Amazon.
Yeah.
You can go to all these streaming services. You can go to HBO.
Yeah, but they pay big money, though. Like in music, they don't have that type of a deal when they do your streaming of songs. But when you do it in the movie like Netflix, they pay, some artists or movies make millions of dollars. They pay them. Right. And it's different than in music. Music don't have that. Like, okay, put your album on here, you get a freaking few $1 million. Right. It doesn't work like that. But in movies, you can make money. Yeah. So I guess movie has an edge in making money still. I guess, right?
Well, of course, but I just think the way music's going, there's going to be, and I don't want to get too much into it because I think where we're going with this company is going to take it to the next level. So, and there's a reason why, we're also going to be doing movies and music. So yeah, there's ways to make money, which is easier today than I think it was back in the day. It's easier to be a successful band than it is back in the day. And, it's a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun controlling everything. I love the fact that I can get up, and go to the studio, make a song, finish it, like whenever I finish it, mix it, master it, and it's out. I don't, back in the day, I heard things like, oh, the business doesn't work that way. You can't put this out. I mean, imagine, making a song and waiting for somebody's permission, hoping it's good enough to get out. And then you get their permission and you're not even allowed to make all the revenue from it.
Yep.
You literally have to get permission from somebody else to okay it. And then they take 80% of your revenue.
Yep.
And you're over there like, oh my God, thank you for letting me keep my 10%, my 5%, and letting me put out this song.
Yep.
Just because you got on FM radio or MTV, it's better and easier for a band or a filmmaker to be successful and to make money today than it was at any time in the history of entertainment.
I agree with you.
You just can't be lazy, and you gotta set up as much as the infrastructure as you can, and you got to run it by like a business.
Right.
The days where you just could be the guitar player and get in the limo,
They were good days.
they're done.
Well, those people really cared about back in the day, even though they weren't seeing that much money. It was just
They weren't seeing any money.
It doesn't matter. It was just about partying every night and chicks. I mean, that's was all about, really, man. It was. You see how they lived. They were just partying. It didn't matter. It seemed like they were going on tour. They didn't even check if they had money in their bank accounts. So as long as they were on the road, it was just like, just having a good time.
That's how they kept all them bands down.
Of course.
You know,
but they loved it. And, they probably, would they, look back and say, well, would we do it differently? Who knows? But at the time, they lived it. And they were on MTV. They were all over the radio. It depends what era, But
it was limited time.
Sure, it was. It was like 4 or 5 year runs.
Not even.
Bands, yeah.
Some of it. Not even.
It depends who it was, exactly.
So, all right. Now comes to an interesting new thing here on this show. And it's a segment.
Really? What are you doing here?
Called, we'll call it Ask Pat, or What Does Pat Think?
Ugh.
All right?
Well, I don't know much.
Well, here you go. You see that? There's a little black bag next to you. You see that? Yeah, there it is. Show the people. There it is. Don't look inside.
Oh.
What you need to do is pick one thing out. Okay, in there. Just a bunch of crumbled up pieces of paper. It could be any topic on anything. Just pick one. Make sure it's one. And then
zipper back up.
Zipper back up. Now we can spend 30 seconds on it. We can spend 20 minutes on it. Let's see what it says. Ask the question. This is for you.
Let me ask the question. What are we gonna ask on here? You see what it says?
You gotta expand on it. What does it say?
It says, I believe it's a 4 or a 6. No, it's 468. Wait a minute, am I reading? I got upside down. I got upside down. What is this? What's wrong?
I'm dying.
This is I gotta read this.
I'm sweating.
I know, but I understand. Help me out.
What does it say?
It doesn't say anything.
Yes, it does.
It says 4.
No, there's no 4 there.
What is that?
It's not a 4.
Are you serious?
What's the station we've been talking about for the last couple of weeks that used to exist back in the day? I got the T-shirt for it and everything. Saw the Monroe video.
Oh, U68.
Where do you see a 4 there?
That looks like a 4.
That's a U.
All right. I think you're learning too much Japanese.
Yeah, I'm learning Japanese.
That's what it is, a Japanese.
And I'm digging it so far. It was hard at start, but now it's like really cool. What do you know about U68?
Well, as I remember, not that much, but I do remember the videos they played on there. That was, what years was that? Early?
I would say it was...
Because they were playing different videos at MTV, right?
84, 85, 86.
Right. And they had that metal hour?
They had the U68 Power Hour.
Power Hour, okay. That was more heavier stuff at the time. They were playing more Sabbath and...
What people understand is like when you had the old school televisions, and the millennials will get a kick out of that, before you even had...
No, you had
remote controls.
Right, you had to put it on.
We had 2 dials, one at the bottom and one at the top.
Right.
And, the one at the bottom was 1 through 13 and U, which stand for ultra high frequency.
Right.
So you would turn it to U, and then the other dial on top had all these things that meant nothing. It was number like...
I'm still laughing at that.
99.
That was horrible, dude. That was pretty bad. I don't know if anybody can see it, bro. Just don't let nobody can see that. But anyway, that's not a U, dude. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to interrupt you.
That's a U. But anyway, they used to have these, you know, so you would go to the one channel that was 68 and then and during the week from 10 o'clock till like 2 in the morning, they would play music videos.
Right.
And it was awesome. It was better than MTV. I saw a lot of like songs and videos I didn't see on MTV.
Actually, we were watching some the other night.
Yeah, we saw that L'Amour commercial.
Great.
U68 was awesome. It was interesting and is a cool thing. All right, so get in that bag. There's more in there.
I'm afraid to go in there. After that, I won't be able to read anything you.
This is good. These are great topics in there. Right. I spent time on this.
I didn't know that. I should have had a little goodie bag. I'm gonna have one for you next week.
Make sure there's one.
That's
one thing.
That's a big one.
Look at this one.
Oh man. Bro, I apologize. I can't read your handwriting, dude.
Give it a shot. What's it say?
It says any. I can't. What does that say? I can't read it, dude.
Give it a shot.
Dude, if I read this, it's going to sound like I can't read. You did this on purpose. All right, it says any blank, because I can't read that. Blank, playing Bob Kulick in the Kiss biopic.
There you go. Here.
Dude, I can't read your handwriting. Dude, you got bad handwriting.
It's bad. Any truth you're playing.
That's truth.
Yes.
Let me see. How you spell truth?
TRUTH.
Where's the TH?
Clearly at the back.
Okay, read it for me. I'm sorry. I can't.
Any truth. Any truth you're playing Bob Kulick in the Kiss biopic that may or may not be being made?
No.
Okay. You'd be perfect for that.
I think so too.
Yeah. I think that would be a good role for you. If they do it.
He's got bald head now.
Right.
I just got to grow that big ass mustache.
Could you play his stuff?
Oh, yeah. You know that.
What do we got here?
Okay, is Vinnie Vincent overrated? I say yes.
Why do you say he's overrated?
Because I think I'm gonna take that back a little bit. I think as a songwriter, I think he wrote good stuff, but as a lead guitar player, I never liked his style. Just fast runs and never liked his lead playing. But I think he wrote some good action music. I think he was a good songwriter at times, I guess. So, but still, overrated player. Yes, I think he is. I don't think. I think Bruce Kulick was better than him, easy. He had more of a feel.
Why do you think there's a segment of the Kiss world community that holds on to him?
Dude, I don't understand it either.
Like,
they will talk about him all day. Even if he's trying to do now, trying to put some shows on, they get all hyped up. I'm buying tickets and I got hotels and the guy cancels and they get stuck, losing all that money.
He hasn't come through with anything.
Nothing at all.
Yeah.
I never understood Vinny. I enjoyed that era. Creatures is one of my eras. I like that Creatures right into Lick It Up. Mm-hmm. I don't mind it. You know what I'm saying? But his playing, even when he did his Vinnie Vincent Invasion stuff, he was overplaying everything. He sounded like he's trying to be faster than Malmsteen. If you really listen to it, it's just notes all over the place. No feeling. He'll do a million notes, one bend, and back into another million notes, and then another bend.
Right.
To me, that's not.
What did you think about his solos on the Creatures tour? Like when they did Calling Dr. Love and
horrible.
Firehouse and
horrible.
Yeah.
He hacked every Ace Frehley solo.
Even the I Want and I Want You too.
I can't recall that offhand, but I know stuff that he did for Ace Frehley stuff. He just hacked it. Bruce Kulick had more taste when he did Ace Frehley's solos, even though he changed it a little bit. But at least it had some feel to it. It felt you know, like
Do you
you can
remember
understand it.
Live calling Dr. Love, how he's coming in with that bend?
Oh,
and
yeah,
that,
what, from Rio?
yeah. Like what is that?
I have no idea.
Like, I never got it.
No, I didn't. Me neither.
I didn't think he was that
Not at
good.
all.
You know,
Well, people in the Kiss world love him for some reason.
I don't
Just certain
understand
people.
it. I don't understand it.
I don't either.
I don't even think.
I enjoyed the era.
You
when
think
that
Lick It
happened.
Up's a good album?
You know what? There's a few good cuts on there. I won't say it's a great album, but you know, I did like Million to One. Exciter. I thought Exciter was cool for the time. It was like the heavy metal type of song. You know, I can't remember what else is on that album. All Hell's Breaking Loose.
I like the riff.
Oh, which one?
All Hell's Breaking Loose.
Yeah,
I think that's
that
a
was
good.
pretty
I think
cool.
that's a very good riff. I also my favorite song of the
That
whole.
doesn't mean he wrote that riff.
That's true.
Yeah.
My favorite song in the non-makeup era is probably Young and Wasted.
Yeah, very good. We used to jam that out all the time.
Oh,
remember?
that song's a pisser to play.
SMR days, remember? Either way, either you were on drums or I were on the drums. We were switched off on guitar, drums. We just always played that friggin' riff.
It's fun. It's a good riff.
Oh, that was a good one. That was better than that other one I couldn't read.
See what else is going on. And you might get some calls for Bob Kulick playing in that biopic.
This is pretty good.
I told you, man.
Yeah, I'm gonna get one next week.
All right. Stealing my ideas. What do we got here?
Yeah, dude, there's no way. Dude, this is impossible. You did this on purpose. I have to show the camera 2 seconds. This one, what camera is working here? I said no, because it's not right. People think I can't. People can't, think I can't read. But hold on. Let me show it right now. Dude, there's no way. Dude. You can't even read it. What's that say?
This is so easy. You're kidding.
Dude.
Favorite John Woo film, USA or China?
You fucked up, bro. Wait till I start. I'm going to write some shit too. I can't spell, so when you read my shit, you're going to be like, what the hell I'm writing? I don't even know who John Fu is. Who the fuck is John Fu? All right, we'll go to the next one.
It's John Woo.
Who's John Woo?
You never saw a John Woo film? The Killer, Hard Boiled? No. Dude, you got to. I thought you knew who John Woo was.
Who?
John Woo.
Like Woo?
We're watching The Killer.
When tonight?
Yeah.
I might have seen The Killer. Sounds familiar.
It's great stuff.
John Fu.
By doing that, I recently read that. Now, my handwriting is not the best, full disclosure. It's not. But favorite John Woo film, China or USA? Let's see what we got here.
Best show you ever played?
Yeah.
Ugh. I didn't have that many good shows.
What was your favorite? Could be big, could be small, could be intimate.
That I played?
Yeah, your favorite one.
Shared the stage with you, so.
Where?
Dingbats.
Wow, really?
Yeah.
That's cool. I thought you were going to say SMR because there's video of that.
Yeah. I think that was a great night. Dingbats.
Yeah.
We had another band that night. Who was it?
I don't remember, dude.
Was it Lowdown?
I don't remember. Was that the night I threw my fucking Telecaster across
you slid it across the stage.
No, I threw it from the audience. That was weird.
I was videotaping it that night. You got that on video. I remember you had that clip.
Somewhere.
Yeah. Definitely. That was a good show. I had you on there, you know what I'm saying? Or you had me, whatever, vice versa, whatever. We played at the same place. It was great. We did it a few times.
SMR?
Clash Bar, SMR.
Yeah.
Yeah. I put them all.
Things will be starting up again soon.
I know yours.
Mine?
I know which one it has to be. There's two of them. You played two legendary spots.
I don't think, well.
You did. Come on.
I guess there was
CBGBs. That's one of them. I guess that's everybody. That was a spot for forever, and of course the Whiskey a Go Go, and that's probably what's your.
That was fun.
Yeah, you had to be.
That was fun. The Meadowlands was fun too. Playing outdoors.
Also, you did
like the festival out there.
Right. Yes.
Before
there
it was
had to be a lot of people there.
Oh, it was a lot.
Yeah.
But it was also
video of that.
But it was also 110 degrees.
You have video of that? I don't think
somewhere. Yeah.
You gotta pull that out.
Yeah.
Yeah. Interesting. Like Whiskey a Go Go be yours? It had to be, man. That was like the cool thing at the at that.
And looking back, what the band did and accomplished for that reason, yeah. But playing in our hometown at the Euphoria Lounge that one time was great. You got video
of that one, yeah.
That was fun. There was a lot. Like SLeuX shows were fun. Down Neck shows were. Looking back, they were a lot of fun. Some of them. There were a lot of them that were like stressed out.
Down Neck. You know what one of your best shows probably was? You don't even remember. Well, you do remember, of course. Was the Halloween bash you guys did? You guys all dressed up?
Oh my God.
That was a crazy night, dude.
Yeah.
That place you guys packed that place. Everybody was wearing costumes and you guys were on stage. You had that
yeah, I did Alice Sweet Alice.
Right. It was great.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I videotaped that show for you guys.
That was fun.
I did almost a lot of videotapes for you guys.
Well, that's what we all do, man. Like whenever
awesome.
That's how our friends are and how everybody is. If you're not on stage, like even Davey, like during your set, he grabbed the camera and he was running around.
Oh, I remember.
Like that. But that's what we do. Like, when you're with your friends and you're doing shows and everything like that, It's
right.
cool. Go ahead. Did you pick another one? Come on, keep going. Fast rounds here. These are good.
All right, best wrestling organization.
Obviously, this is from all of them.
Sure. Of course, it has to be NWA for me.
I knew you were going to say that. Why NWA?
Because I really couldn't get to see a lot of it. And, you had Atlanta, Georgia, Championship Wrestling, and a few other shows. And you never seen the main events like Ric Flair and...
At the Omni.
Yeah. Versus Harley Race. They were like, legendary fights. And of course, here we were... New York City, we've seen all the garden matches and all the TV shows, so it's probably NWA.
Why was NWA better than the WWF at the time? Now the WWE.
Well, it depends how you look at it. It doesn't mean they really were, or one was better than the other. I just you never got to see Ric Flair really. Every time Ric Flair came out, you only saw him doing promos.
You want to know what's great about the NWA? The old NWA with Gordon Soley, for me, I didn't have to watch one wrestling match. I could watch an hour of them doing interviews.
Right. You agree?
For me, like when they got in the ring and did a match, it was like...
It was a squash match all the time.
But they were just it was so much more fun seeing like Ric Flair come out, Tommy Rich come out, Buzz Sawyer.
It was great.
Hart with Kabuki, Roddy Piper when he was there before he came here. Like, that was some fun stuff.
We grew up more of like the Bob Backlund championship. But Backlund was never really that Ric Flair or that guy, that Dusty Rhodes, you know what I'm saying? He had no charisma. He just, he had nothing there. You heard him in an interview, like he had to shut the television off when Bob Backlund was speaking. He was like really bad.
Why not the AWA? What do you have against the AWA?
AWA, at times they had very old wrestlers there. Baron,
they had a lot of good talent.
They did. They had Baron Rareski, the Crusher,
Haystacks Calhoun,
Bulldog Brown. I mean, they had these guys are from the 60s, and they kept them going forever, man. They would not. That's what kind of killed the AWA. They kept these old guys in there instead of going with new faces. Like they had Hogan in there for a while. They didn't know how to use Hogan.
Yeah, he messed up not giving him the belt.
He just beat Nick Bockwinkel to turn the belt over. And Vernon Gagne wouldn't do it. And look what happened.
And he pushed his son too much.
Yep. His son is fucking little joke.
Yeah, go ahead, reach in some more.
Dude, there's no way I can read that.
Did you rip it?
No, it's still good. I did rip it, but it's still good.
Need my help?
Yeah, dude, that's... You got to admit, I can't. That's bad. You can't even read it.
That's so easy to read. That's why I'm looking at it like... Well,
dude.
Favorite guitar.
All right, man.
Don't show the viewers that because I think they'll be on your side with that one.
100%.
All right, I got bad handwriting.
Give me a favorite guitar. Actual
your
guitar.
favorite guitar that you would like, brand, feel, like what do you like to play? What's good for you?
Well, my main guitar is a Les Paul. And always played that. Just, believe it or not, I like other guitars, but I love the look of the Les Paul when I'm playing it. That Fender Strat doesn't look good with me for some reason, but that Les Paul, you can play kind of low and just, for me, it looks cool. So I always play Les Paul when I play live because I like the look of the Les Paul. But I got that Jackson Soloist, and it's one of my guitars. I love playing that thing. You remember that one? Remember the Soloist? It's like freaking 6 pounds, and it's very light. So if I would do recording, it would probably be a Les Paul too. I like their thicker sound.
I know you've been in the sessions for the Flick Haze. You've been playing my Telecasters a lot.
Right.
You've been liking that.
Yeah. Interesting.
Yeah.
It doesn't have enough of a bite to play on heavier stuff, though. It's a great playing guitar, though.
And it's good to offset, like, for different types of textures in your guitar playing. Dude, to have it.
When you go to a studio, you should have 3 or 4 or 5 guitars.
Right.
You should have a Fender, a Les Paul, or,
yeah.
You want to jump around a little bit, different years. Sometimes something from the 60s is going to sound different than an 80s style of guitar because the wiring's different, the wood is different, the pickups are different.
And a lot of times with guitars, it's, I don't know, you could probably, with this, it's like when you're playing, certain songs are easier to play, or just certain moments at the show. It's like live when things are easier to get to. They're like,
sure.
It's easier than other guitars. You got to feel
comfortable with your guitar. Definitely.
Like I can't play Flying V's. I can't play Explorers. I don't like playing Telecasters either. I mean, Strats.
Right. I'm not a Strat guy.
But I don't mind it,
The Strat has a totally different tone.
I tell you one guitar that I played. It's an old school Gibson ES335. And those things are huge. Yeah. I mean, oh my God, but the tones.
Sure.
Oh man, I loved it.
That's why Les Pauls are good.
Yeah.
They got
they're
that
versatile.
Yeah, they're beefy.
Plus, they're not easy to play.
No,
you can't be a hack guitar player and pick up a Les Paul.
Dude, when I play my Les Paul and I go to my my Jackson,
it's like playing a toothpick.
Exactly. The Les Paul's like it's weighs like it feels like a tank on you. You know what I'm saying?
Well, that's what it is. It's with the Les Paul, it's kind of like driving a big truck and then going into a sports car after that.
I mean, I'm on my Jackson. I'm like, you know, wherever he's. And the Les Paul, you got to fight it a little bit. You got to get in there. Your bends are got to be a little bit more tougher. You know what I'm saying? It's not,
There you go.
So my guitar is always a Les Paul. You playing live or in the studio, whatever.
You got to bring yours in.
Why? You got like 6 of them here. Oh, fuck. Dude, I mean, I'm just going to give you the bag. There's no way, dude. There's no way. I mean, I'm being legit here.
This is easy.
Well, it should be easy. You wrote it. What?
I'll give you a hint. First 2 lines is Paul Stanley. All right.
Dude,
my handwriting is bad. Paul Stanley's solo act. What's better? 1989 or Live to Win? Lineup. Which is a better lineup?
What's a better lineup?
Yeah. What do you prefer?
Well, I went to the Live to Win show, and I think it was one of his best performances ever.
That's only because he played Magic Touch.
Yeah. No, listen, I'll be honest with you. I went to Atlantic City, and I mean, he has the DVD, the live DVD.
Right.
You listen to live DVD, that's what it sounded like live that night.
Really?
Yeah. And that DVD is probably touched up and mixed well.
Right.
It was really live. They sounded. I mean, that band is a good band. You know, so they know how to play. You know, they had the keyboards in the background. They had those great backup vocals.
I did not like the way that drummer played Strutter.
Okay,
like a lot of the songs they played, I just was like,
well,
like that guitar player was an.
You're talking about Bob Kulick?
Yeah.
89 Bob?
Eric Singer?
Yeah. I know Bob and Eric Singer, but I didn't remember the bass player. I didn't even think it was anybody, really.
That's weird.
Anyway, I got to see Live to Win, and they were unbelievably tight. I mean, just not... Okay, they played tight, but just what was coming out musically sounded perfect. Like, it was, you know, mixed well. It was just... I didn't get to see 89, so I don't know. I can go by videos and stuff like that, but, you know.
You had the body glove guitar.
Yeah, that was bad.
Yeah.
That was really bad.
All right, go ahead. See what else you got in there.
Yeah. Well, I know your answer to that one.
Yeah, I'm going to go with 89.
Yeah, but it has nothing to do with Live to Win.
Live to Win is just a horrible
I'm just saying it has nothing
musical
to do with
experience. It's an awful album, but go ahead.
I want to skip this one.
Let me see it.
It's Bob Kulick.
Oh, go ahead.
Well, we talked about like 8 times already.
Well, go ahead. What do you think about him? We didn't say what you think about Bob Kulick. We did what do you think about Vinnie Vincent. Let me hear
There was a Bob Kulick somewhere.
Yeah, are you going to play him in the Kiss biopic? But you didn't talk about it.
You know what? I'm going to take that back. I would.
You would?
Yeah, if it pays well. I'm sure I can get a decent pay out of that.
Oh, you're going to be a small character. What do you think about his contributions to Kiss? Do you think he's overrated, underrated?
Oh, definitely overrated. I mean,
overrated.
Well, what did he really do? He played a few. Actually, I'll take that back. I think he did great stuff on Paul Stanley's solo record, his 78 solo record. I enjoyed that. But besides that, I mean, he did the Live 2,
right?
Studio side. He had some cool stuff, but I don't know. What can I say about Bob Kulick?
You don't think his solo on All American Man is...
It was okay. It was okay. I mean, I don't know, I'm not really a Bob Kulick fan.
Okay.
How about you? Since you got like 6 Bob Kulick questions here.
I don't like the way he talks about Ace in interviews. I don't like the way he...
You know why he says that?
Why?
Because he thinks he was a better guitar player than Ace.
I don't like the way he undercuts it because I'm still waiting to hear the great Bob Kulick song that he wrote.
Well, you're never going to hear it.
That's exactly my point. I mean, there's tons of music from Ace Frehley that's awesome. I've yet to hear a song from Bob Kulick that is anything good. He did play on Meatloaf too.
When did Kiss tank?
Yeah, I guess that's what that says. Yeah, there you go.
I got one right.
There you go.
Shit, I get
when did they officially, in your eyes, tank? Like, done. Like, that's it. There's no coming back.
Leading up to it? Or
that moment where you, like, checked out of Kiss.
Ugh. I don't think I ever did, really.
So you think everything they've done is great and awesome?
No.
Okay.
No, not at all.
That's what I mean.
don't think I never stopped becoming a Kiss fan. Even like what they've been doing the last 10, 15 years. I'm not saying that, you know, I support them, everything they do, but I'm still a Kiss fan. You mean back in the day? I mean, I thought The Elder was probably one of their lowest point in musically.
You didn't like that album?
No.
I loved it.
I mean, I think Under the Rose,
right,
was one song. I did like World Without Heroes. There wasn't much, it was such a different change. You know, I'd rather listen to Unmasked or Dynasty over that. And those albums are like, that to me, it's not still, hard rock Kiss neither. That was kind of, Unmasked was all poppy, and, Dynasty was like a mix between disco rock.
If you take...
Hey, listen, I know you like The Elder.
If you take Just a Boy and Odyssey off The Elder, it's one of the heaviest Kiss albums ever.
Okay.
Because then you got The Oath, you got Dark Light, you got... I think Gene's songs...
And Heavier Than Creatures.
Gene's songs on The Elder could be his best work.
Like I said, Under the Rose.
Only You, World Without Heroes.
And World Without Heroes. I thought they were good songs.
And I think I is a good song too. It's not one of those songs where I'm going to like cheer and do it, but I think if like Kiss had a tour now,
right,
that's a song that they could bring back that the crowd would know, get used to, like them coming down out of the rafters to like the intro to I as they're coming down and then sing it. That's a song that Paul could probably get away with his voice.
Did you ever get to see that official I video?
Yeah, I saw it. It was cool. I liked it.
Yeah.
I mean,
it had that setting in the background like mountains or something.
It was definitely different. It was so 1981.
Oh, yeah.
It was so 1981, 82. Yep. It was like, that's exactly what it looked like.
Since you asked me, what you thought the low point was?
I think the low point was as soon as Ace left for the second time.
Oh, okay.
So I think
they weren't really putting music out at the time.
It doesn't matter. They could have went in such a better direction. But for me, after they got back from Japan and Australia in 2001, because I think that lineup is solid.
Oh, without a doubt.
Might have been the best musical Kiss lineup they could have put together. Singer. Yeah. After that, all you were left with was hoping that they would do the right thing, and they never did. And that's the thing about
I think it's more Ace's fault and all that stuff there. He could have stood around, dude.
I'm not saying he's not at fault, but at the same,
they would have kept him. They had no bad blood, Ace in this.
But he would have been a hired gun. They wouldn't let him be Ace Frehley. It's not like Ace was gonna. It's not like Ace was gonna come into the studio and go, "Hey, Paul, Gene, I got 5 songs. Let's get this record done." And Paul will be
but
like,
they didn't put no records out in another 10, 15 years anyway.
That's my point. It didn't really matter. So Ace in the group as Paul Stanley business, right? It just doesn't make any sense. Gad, see what else you got. We're gonna move through these. This is good. Rapid fire with
we got like 100 in here, bro.
They're all good. We're moving through them fast. This is good stuff. It's still early.
You're kidding me. This is Bob Kulick. Are you serious? You wrote it again. That don't say Bruce. Don't tell me that says Bruce. That says Bob.
Go ahead.
What?
What about Bob Kulick?
Yeah, we just talked about him.
Say something else.
He fucking sucks. Like, end of story. Holy shit, man.
It's got to be an accident. Story.
You did it again. You're fucking with me now.
What's this?
This is fucking Bob Kulick on this thing.
I don't understand.
Dude, I'm starting to worry about you, bro. You forget how many times you wrote Bob Kulick? All right, something a little different here. Favorite chain burger?
I know mine.
Yeah, because you wrote it. You had time to think about it.
I'm going out of state for this one.
A chain? What do you mean by chain?
McDonald's, Wendy's. It's like a place, fast food, like a chain of stores around.
I don't know, man.
You can go year too. You can be like, the Big Mac, like in the 90s or whatever, if you want.
So what I got to pick out of? Burger King, Wendy's, and McDonald's, really?
Anything. White Castle.
White Castles.
Sonic.
That's a hamburger?
Of course. I love White Castle.
Ugh.
White Castle's delicious.
Good luck.
I'm going to go with In-N-Out in California. Have you ever had an In-N-Out burger?
No.
Okay, you got to have it. When we go to California, I'm getting you an In-N-Out burger.
And what's it? That's like
It's delicious.
There's more than one In-N-Out?
Yeah. In California, Arizona.
I don't have one, tell you the truth.
Okay.
Yeah. But I tell you one where we had one of the best spots ever.
Where?
Shortstop. I know it was a chain, but best burgers.
Yeah, our hometown had this like grease pit barbecue. I'm not even a barbecue, like a skillet, hamburgers in the skillet, they used to say. And I don't know what the heck, the grease or the oil, it was like a Schivazzo place, but it was just delicious.
The best.
Yeah, it was good.
Especially fucking 2 in the morning, 3 in the morning.
That's a good call.
What?
That wasn't a chain, but
no, okay. I know. I'm just saying.
Shout out to everybody who remembers the Shortstop.
Yeah. And it was good too. The coffees were great.
I never got a coffee from there.
Why not?
Uh-oh, my handwriting attacks again, it looks like. Don't tell me it's another Bob Kulick question.
Yeah, right. I can't read, dude. I got the last part. Better before cell phones. But what was the first part? Was it?
Was life better before
life.
cell phones,
Man,
in your opinion? Cell phones, smartphones, yeah?
100%.
Why?
Because you actually got to do things to get out of that fucking house, especially as a kid.
Well, you can do things now.
Yeah, but I understand that. But if you're a kid today, man, you're on your fucking phone all day. Can you imagine we had cell phones when we were kids? We'll be on it all day.
Yeah.
Texting, music, videos, movies, games.
Is it better?
Today?
Yeah.
No, it's horrible. People are like freaking robots, man. Everywhere you go to a sporting event, nobody's even watching the game.
I know.
But I was watching clips of Kiss opening up at Detroit Rock City Park.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, it's all cell phones. Getting ready to take the picture. Not even watching the show. They're all filming the whole entrance. Like, you missed the whole thing.
That's why when
I want to see it live. I don't want to, everybody's standing with their phones. Everywhere you go, it's all phones, dude. If we were kids, we would never go outside anymore.
That's why I love when we saw the Misfits. They made you lock up your phone.
What do you mean?
They put these cases out where you went into the place, and when you walked into the place, they took your ticket and they took your phone, put it in a case, snapped it, and then they gave it back to you. So they all.
How do you open it?
When you left the concert, you would go to the thing and they would have the magnet thing or whatever the hell.
How long did that take?
2 seconds.
Really?
Yeah. So you weren't allowed to do any videotaping, anything in the show. I have to tell you,
best show, just because of that alone.
it was the best show. It was so much fun.
Oh, because people are paying attention to the actual.
I never was at a show where more people were pointing and singing like with strangers and dancing with strangers.
No cell phones to fuck around.
It
with.
was like going back to like 1990.
Well, actually, I heard of that before. I think comedians do that.
It was awesome.
Yeah.
And it was great. And I prefer it. Did I want my phone to take a picture? Sure, I would have liked that.
Sure.
But at the same time,
who cares?
Yeah. It's not like you're going to like have this thing where you're going to like go through and go, how often do you look at the pictures you take on your phone?
Never.
Exactly. It's like, what are we saving these pictures for, these videos for? Like, what? Are we going to like sit down and like stream it on a television and watch the greatest hits of our lives? Like, it's better to live it.
Dude, you got people walk around with friggin' ear things in their ears all day. I mean, that's how bad it is. Like, they're driving, they have to talk and make sure they got their earpiece.
It's like cyborg.
It is.
It's like we're part cyborg, even though we're not like got things
people
on
are always
us.
talking. You hear them like they're just walking and talking.
Right.
Like they're just because they're on the phone.
Right.
But they always got those things in their ears. I would never put that in my ear.
Well, when I go for walks, I like talking to people or listening to music. You don't know what the hell.
I understand that, but
so you don't know what they're listening to or whatever.
I know.
But
all right. That cell phones suck. You know that.
All right, go ahead. We're almost done.
Almost done. I mean, I plot another couple more Bob Kulicks. I have no idea what that says. It looks like an S. CPAC. What the hell does that say? Did you go to school? There's no way handwriting is written like that, dude. I'm telling you.
Dude, this is easy.
I mean, it's easy.
Scuttle and beans.
Yes.
That's what that says.
And can I tell you something?
What?
I had scroll and beans today.
See? How did you tell me I'm not psychic?
Yep. Scroll and beans.
I see. I like it.
Oh, you should have told me that. I would have brought you some.
I don't like with beans.
Oh, really?
I don't like beans in my pasta vazul. I don't like scuttle and beans. If I'm gonna
how are you gonna have beans in a pasta vazul?
I don't like it. The texture.
But how you eat pasta vazul?
I don't. I don't prefer it.
All right. I thought you meant you still ate it without the beans.
Yeah, I don't enjoy that. I like scuttle with the mini pasta.
Okay.
And the elbows, the tiny elbows.
I never had it like that.
And pepperoni.
Okay. I had that before with pepperoni.
That's good. Not too much pepperoni.
So you're not a bean guy?
Not at all.
So when you eat your burritos, you got no beans in it?
No.
I didn't know that.
You might catch me a little refried bean action sometime.
Okay.
depending on how juicy the chicken is inside the burrito.
Yeah. Okay, you're not a bean guy.
No.
All right, I know that. See, I learned
texture. It doesn't do it for me. That's weird, dude. That I wrote that, and
it is weird.
See.
Vinnie Vincent.
What about him?
We talked about him already.
What's it say?
It just says Vinnie Vincent.
All right, what do you think?
We talked about it. We were talking about he was overrated or underrated, whatever.
What do you think about him canceling these shows? Like putting together the show with like...
I think he's got problems.
Yeah.
A lot of people lost money because there's people that booked hotels to go see him and they can't get that refunded.
So you think that there's something wrong with him?
I don't know whose fault it is, promoters or his fault. I don't know.
Well, I
wouldn't even go for free. If he was down the street, I might think about it. If we want to take a walk to see him, I might go. But I'm not going out of my way to go see him. There's nothing to see. These people are crazy, booking, like, flying from spent $1,000 on a plane to go see Vinnie Vincent. Fucking horrible, right? Jesus Christ sakes.
Don't tell me it's barbecuing again.
I guess that says slash. Yes or no?
Sushi.
Oh.
Yes or no?
Fucking slash, I said. No.
I gotta take you for sushi.
No. I don't like that shit.
Let me help you experience that. That's good stuff.
No interest.
I love sushi.
It says favorite something.
Let's see.
Carbon. What the hell does it say?
Favorite cartoon.
Bro, you cannot.
Favorite carbon.
But does not say cartoon, dude. That's like a B.
Why would I ask you?
It was like C-A-R-B. Look, that's a B.
Why would I ask you favorite carbon?
Look,
what sense does that make?
Look, C-A-R-B-O-N.
That's a T.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, but the T's connected to the O.
Why would
it looks like a B.
You have to ask yourself, why was your friend ask you a question, favorite
I'm trying
carbon?
to read it. Look, the T is connected to the O. So it looks like a B.
Okay, my handwriting, okay, we'll admit it. It's not the best that there is.
Favorite cartoon. I have a lot of them. I don't know which one to really pick.
I'll go old school Super Friends.
That's one of them, without a doubt.
I like Tom and Jerry.
I like them all.
I'm a huge Tom and Jerry fan.
I even go back as far as Popeye.
I'm not a Popeye guy.
Yeah.
You've seen one, you've seen them all.
I know, but still, it was one of my things. I can't really pick one. Super Friends, that was one of my things going up to.
I didn't mind the Smurfs, early Smurfs.
Yeah.
One with the weather machine, that was a good episode.
Sure. I don't know. I guess I go Super Friends right now. I mean, there was a lot of cartoons I enjoyed when I was a kid.
I also like the Hanna-Barbera, like the Impossibles.
Oh, believe it or not, Scooby was one of
he's good.
of mine. Sure.
You remember the Impossibles?
Sure.
Yeah, I like those too. That's good stuff. And Courageous Cat, Minnie Mouse.
Nice. The classic right there.
Yeah. I gotta find a Courageous Cat shirt.
Yeah.
That would be cool.
That would be a nice shirt.
See what else you got.
Yeah, bro. Trying to kick me out tonight, huh?
No, it's favorite carbon.
Yeah, favorite carbon. Do you want Kiss to reunite? I can't get the last part of it.
Any lineup.
Any lineup? No.
I'm with you.
Yeah. Too old now.
I'm with you.
Yeah.
I don't imagine it being any better than it was in '96.
If Paul said he could sing,
different story.
No, but I'm just gonna get to my point. I wouldn't mind seeing like the Revenge lineup where Bruce and
Eric Singer.
Yeah, I think that will be a lineup. I know, of course, Heike picking over the original, but the originals would be too old at the time. But if Paul said he still had his voice, that could be fun. Something small, I guess. You know.
I would go see that if they can do Carnival of Soul stuff.
Oh, and when Bruce did the
cruise, that was the best thing ever. Hearing those Carnival of Soul songs.
They destroyed Ace, Kiss themselves. they were tight. They sounded great. They're not only those songs. Did they pick up songs from off deep cuts off of Crazy Nights and
Asylum.
Hot in the Shade? I mean, they did some really good cuts.
Didn't they open with like King of the Mountain?
How great is that?
Yeah.
I mean, that's and they did their homework because they actually had to learn the songs and practice it and sound good.
No, but you're right, dude. And the set list was just like the best set list.
Awesome. They destroyed all of them that night.
See, if Ace was smart and Bruce was smart, they would get together and do a tour. Are they going to break the bank and sell it? No, I'm not saying together. I'm saying each of those bands.
Oh, yeah. I will definitely go to that.
That's what I'm saying.
I don't know why Bruce don't put nothing together. Just do like a little Carnival Soul set. People go see that.
I mean, I would.
I think I would too.
I definitely would.
Because they sounded great. It wasn't like it was, especially the singing part of it, it worked.
Here's the thing about...
It wasn't like, the guy didn't sound like that wannabe singer guy.
Mm-hmm.
He sounded like he fit for those songs. Because you always get that wannabe guy singing and...
No, he nailed it.
I know he nailed it.
Here's the thing about Bruce Kulick. He makes you happy. He's like such a nice guy. You want to go support him.
Yeah.
Like you were saying, I wouldn't go see Vinnie Vincent if he was down the street.
I don't think he's that good.
The Kiss community will, I don't know why they go nuts over him. A lot of those guys are like Vinnie Vincent obsessed.
Goes, and you're that type of guitar player. A million notes doesn't mean you're a fucking good guitar player.
No, it doesn't mean anything. Because that's so easy to do.
Right. But there's no feel. There's no melody to those solos. I don't mind. I play fast too. But I pick my spots.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, if you do the whole solo looked at, like an Yngwie Malmsteen, million notes, then a bend, couple guitar sweeps, and whatever else he does in there, all arpeggios, and who cares? It's like robotic. Anybody can sit home and
do that.
Learn the up and down stroke and just, All right, it's getting late. Okay, that's a joke too.
Why is it a joke?
Because this says Vinnie Vincent. And I ripped this one here. Okay, where are we here? Favorite cereal. That's a good one. All right, favorite cereal all time. It's Apple Jacks. And I follow it up by Fruit Loops.
It's basically the same cereal.
No.
It's very close.
How's it as close?
All right, here's mine. Fruity Pebbles. Fruity Pebbles pre-new formula because they made it better. So I like Fruity Pebbles back in the day.
Okay.
Count Chocula.
Okay.
Kellogg's Raisin Bran.
Okay.
I Need the Sun. Don't come with that post.
Yeah, but you don't eat that stuff no more, though.
The junk stuff?
Yeah, you're on a healthy thing now. You don't eat that cereal no more. Do you?
Cinnamon Toast Crunch.
Okay.
It's good. No, you're right.
You don't go no more. Yeah. Because I know, I see what you eat now.
Honeycomb.
Yeah.
It's good.
You're a honeycomb guy?
Yeah, not bad. Not bad. What's that say?
Bob or Bruce? You know my answer to that one.
It's Bruce.
Yeah.
You've been saying that all along. And that's it. We're done?
Thank God.
I mean, that's it.
Holy smokes.
Right.
Let me tell you, that was a workout, that right there.
That was a good one.
Yeah.
All right, so I guess that's it. This has been another episode of NeverImage Radio Podcast. Thanks for tuning in. I'm Chris Dinardo.
And Pat Bruno.
And we'll see you soon. Take care.